Talkshi lets your AI agents find, hire, and automatically pay specialists that they need, like lawyers, accountants, consultants, and other business professionals, so you can operate your company autonomously. Agentic commerce is when an AI agent makes a purchase without a human interacting with the vendor. You specify your goal to the agent, and then it makes the purchases that make that goal happen for you. The goal can be specific, like buy commercial insurance for my office. Or it can be broad, get this office ready for my team in 2 weeks. And why is that useful? It's because buying things for your business is painful and it's a lot of work. They need your files, your constraints, and your timeline. So this is why an AI can sub in and save people the pain of buying something that they don't enjoy buying. And then, some purchases only work if several vendors arrive in the right order. The agent carries context across them and keeps the project moving. On the seller side, providing an agent API to provide services allows them to handle inbound requests immediately, turning a customer request into a customizable quote consistently. No more forgetting the requirements or providing the wrong service. When the cost of selling becomes low enough, then sellers can start selling smaller units of work and doing more business volume that way. This way, businesses can keep moving immediately when they need outside work. Buyers save time and sellers lower their customer acquisition costs. That's agentic commerce. Raymond, actually this is going to be on my YouTube channel, so you probably already know that. I'm making a agentic marketplace for agents to buy stuff via API. They can review their purchases to the marketplace. I think this is a big differentiating factor between it and a lot of other existing like API services and review platforms. All the review platforms today, like Yelp or Google Maps, etc., they don't allow agents to make reviews via API. But if you imagine agents holding the majority of the business context in the future, then agents will leave the best reviews. So this is kind of like one of the core reasons why like the marketplace will have the best possible information for other agents to buy goods. And so, yeah, I think I have not yet thought along to the end state of the product shape, but what I am passionate about is this specific review mechanism, and then also having a place where an agent can just list what it wants and then being able to get like the highest quality services back. Oh yeah, and it's also going to be primarily for B2B services, because that I think is the category of items that people hate purchasing the most today. And so I think that's like,
and also have like the most amount of value per purchase.
Yeah.
Like the most amount of like transaction volume lives in that space. Well, I'm kind of curious too, like Amazon started with CDs, right?
No, Amazon started with books.
Oh fuck, I thought they started, no, I thought they was, I'm pretty sure it's CDs. I thought they went to books second. No?
No, they started with books. They started with shit that they could buy from this specific super large book warehouse in Portland.
Okay, you know better than I do.
Because I did read this audiobook on the beginning of Amazon, which was they listed fucking everything on their website, and then people would buy stuff, and then they would just go buy it from a physical store and ship it to you. Which was like, it was like so not even a business in premise, because they would like literally go drive to stores to go find your thing to then ship it to you, and then just make like a $2 margin on like the book, just for the convenience of it already arriving to your house.
Yeah.
And they would just ship you a book in the mail.
Damn.
So like that was the origin. So
why did they pick books?
Because books, you gain a lot from having the biggest catalog and the best searchability. Because basically store searchability was poor, and store catalog was also poor.
Like as a user, if I wanted a book, it was just impossible for me to find that book.
Well, yeah, because like finding a book in a store was difficult.
Yeah.
And then
and
also
like, there's no internet place to find it.
Exactly. And then just from just the delta of having this super large book warehouse in Portland, they already were like, I don't know, maybe 100 times bigger than the regular bookstore size of like Borders or whatever. And so you just had way more selection for the same price and at like almost the same price and at like the convenience of it just being shipped to your house.
Right. So they instantly had PMF with customers being like, oh my God, I can finally find my book.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, like, what is the parallel here? Like, for your agentic marketplace, what is the use case where it's like customers fundamentally couldn't do like something like this before, but now they can?
Yeah. Well, I think right now, people, they ask their friends, hey, I need this specific type of business to business service.
Like a CPA.
Yeah. CPA, to do accounting, taxes. I also think like legal.
Yeah.
I liked Arlie's idea of doing like catering and events. General like office goods. Actually, office goods is probably too commoditized, but maybe something that's like consulting for a business, stuff that involves
Like it's mostly done just through like social
network, and also something that requires like some amount of customization and is offered by a person. You know, so like human services. I think this category is currently like difficult to buy, and then also it's slow. Okay. But I'm imagining, what if you were able to actually talk to maybe 20 different accountants all at once for just like one chat and be like, hey, this is my current business situation. Like, can you help me? Okay. For an example, like our YC startup had a subsidiary, which was extremely complex to do like basic accounting for our taxes. So that was super, super, super annoying. We were like a Delaware C Corp, but then internally we also had a California real estate brokerage inside the entity. Okay. And that was like abysmal to like do.
And you couldn't just like hit up any like normal accountant and they're like, yep, got you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
you couldn't.
We couldn't, because people would be like, oh, I'll start looking at it, but we're going to charge you for two companies, and also no promises on us actually being able to do this. So it was like fucking terrible.
Do you know how much like time you wasted? Like, you to quantify it.
Probably reached out to more than 10 vendors that would do this. My co-founder Rafi ended up finding the guy that would like make it work, but it was a slog. It was like very, very hard. So just like doing massive improvements in parallelization and latency of doing a reach out to be able to do a specific task, and then being able to tell you if they can do it or not, which I think is also becoming possible with agentic payments, in that like if I can pay you like a small amount of money, then I can guarantee that you'll talk to me about like, can you handle this very specific problem? You know?
Because in a limit, like these people are just gonna get bombarded with a bunch of shit and they're never actually gonna be able to evaluate your circumstance.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, like if you pay someone, then that will basically guarantee a faster response to you. Because otherwise, if you just email someone, then they're only responding to you on the hope that you're good business. So like you often just don't get responded to, or if you do get responded to, it's like very slow. And then if they do respond to you, they often want to like talk more.
But if you're building a marketplace, why can't you just like build I guess you don't want to have to build the agent like infrastructure for them to like ingest all their data in whatever shitty way it's like represented, so that I'm trying to figure out like what's like the smallest nucleus of this idea that can just instantly provide a butt fuck ton of value to people with the problem of finding a CPA. And it's like, do you just need to scrape up all the fucking CPAs in California? And then what? And then you have their emails, and so then like this MCP server you expose automatically goes and does like mass
I think it's
email?
just like I think it's just like an API endpoint per vendor of, okay, you give to me like a spec of what you want and the information that you have, and then I route you to what I think is like the best group of people, and then those.
So you have a router on top. It's not just exposed API endpoints.
Yeah, so it's like search.
Yeah.
But then like I'll like rank the search, but then you can also hit up more people if you want.
Right.
And then you just basically give the vendor like a very large spec of like what you're looking for, and then they respond to you, and you pay them some like nominal cost of.
So you don't handle the communication. You just expose the email. Is that right?
Yeah, I was thinking about just being the matchmaker provider. Although now that you say that, I think like handling the communication could be like an easy way to do value add if you're like an accountant and you don't know how to set up like an agent that will take in responses for you and then just auto respond to other agents. Then like this could be a way to like monetize the marketplace.
Yeah, I feel like you want to handle everything from initial search to transaction complete. Because if you're not handling the transaction, like, you're kind of cooked.
So then the entire marketplace is like kind of end to end. Your like service is already taken care of inside.
Yeah, like I would want it to be like, I have my Claude.
Yeah.
I have some random legal problem because like my co-founder is based out of Mexico and I don't know how that works with my fucking like taxes for my business. Does that mean I have to like, or also like one real problem is like I'm based out of Texas. I have a very like somewhat nuanced structure to my business that I need to ask a legal question about.
Yeah.
And I have no idea how to fucking get that question without having to pay like $1,000.
Yeah.
And I don't. And ideally, I could just say Claude answer.
Yeah.
Plus stamp.
Yeah.
And I would use that today.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally today, I would use that. So my point is like, I think a lot of people have this problem.
Yeah.
And it seems like an obvious thing to solve. And you need to hurry the fuck up and lock the fuck in and build it so that you can launch by the end of the week, bro. Hurry the fuck up.
That's true. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, like Amazon does not link you to just other websites to go buy the thing.
No,
you just buy the thing on Amazon, even if they do have another store.
Yeah.
It's just more of a complete product experience. And so
you also need to have the transaction.
Yeah.
If you're not managing the transaction, you lose all your revenue.
Mm-hmm. So allowing people to just solve their problems directly with my like product services search box getting routed and then that coming back and then knowing that that is like a high trust transaction and not needing to worry about dealing with arbitrary vendor underneath.
Yeah.
So that kind of actually does make it more Amazon analogous in that like I've bought shit on Amazon and I did not know who the store was. It's just like I need like 100 nails and I don't give a fuck. The store name was just like some hash basically.
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't know what kind of store this was, but you have 15,000 reviews, so this is going to work. And so I don't really need to actually do any amount of evaluation of vendor on top.
And I don't know why you would need to for a CPA.
Yeah. I think that makes sense in terms of like, okay, your CPA could do like way more volume if they just expose an API endpoint for themselves and then actually like concentrated and focused the inbound to be a specific way.
I think long term, this is bad for CPAs.
Yeah.
Because like, I think it makes like a monopoly, like more like essentially like the winner take all-ness of the firms, I think gets exacerbated hella. Right? And now it's like you have one or maybe two or three nails on Amazon that like take up all the volume.
Yeah.
And right now I feel like because it's like this social fabric thing, like everyone eats as a CPA. But if everyone starts to use a CPA through an API endpoint, like they're all going to get channeled to like the most reliable, highest. Like it's like long term, it's bad for most CPAs.
Yeah, because you can envision this being like kind of a AI native SaaSification of all human services businesses.
Yeah.
My envisioning of the system is that basically the benefit to the buyer is like very large because you are like guaranteed to get the best service for yourself.
And much cheaper and much faster.
Cheaper, better, faster, higher quality, know the reviews, etc.
Cheaper, better, faster, yeah.
So, I mean, if you are buying nails, it's like, yeah, there's only like 5 people who sell nails on Amazon. You could, before maybe you were like a smaller shop that like sold nails, but now you can't because it's just like someone else has made nails that are like 5 times cheaper, so you're just dead.
Yeah, or also too, like Amazon has their own brands at the end of it.
Yeah.
And so then like everyone gets fucked by Amazon.
Yeah. I'm actually curious. Do you know how much business Amazon is doing
Like,
from their own brands?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know the percentage.
Because I did notice that, like, I was like,
It's a lot.
why is Amazon selling like khakis? I was like, huh.
You know, they
This
sell
is
like almost everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they can see like what the traffic is highest to buy and like where the quality matters least, I presume.
They can market it the best. They can have the best. Like, yeah, of course, you just hone every market, bro.
Yeah. I don't think the answer is like, yo, I need to provide every service ever.
Well, I think just in the long term, that's what you do. It's just like, why would you, like, if you are the central point through which every agent buys a service,
yeah,
why the fuck are you gonna make your own CPA?
Right.
Like, you just win CPA, like, you just,
all because the overhead of actually
providing the service
is like probably bad.
Well, I mean, like, you would think that for Amazon too. You would think like, oh, Amazon making khakis is like the overhead's like fucking bitch.
I would presume that Amazon is still trying to make most of its revenue from other people selling shit than themselves selling shit.
You want to look it up real quick? I'm just actually really curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna presume that the vast majority of
I'm gonna say it's 30%, 20% of like the revenue generated on Amazon's platform is from their own brand labeled products.
What fraction of Amazon revenue comes from Amazon created products?
They probably don't even disclose it.
I'm not sure. It's doing a search.
Well, I think they target commodities, right?
1% total sales.
Oh, so nothing.
Yeah.
But still, 1% was like 10 bill.
Yeah, it's probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
In basic apparel, it's 5 to 9%, but across all categories, it's 1%.
But see, also, I feel like services. Well, first of all, I don't think you're just gonna be services. You're gonna be Amazon.
Well,
Well, see,
I'm like, if Amazon just starts providing, like,
no, actually,
Amazon will probably eventually just provide an API.
I mean, I think they'll be forced to.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like,
it takes a competitor to force them.
Yeah.
And right now they have such a fat moat, bro, that like.
Well, I think their main moat at this point is their logistics network.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I could easily ship something cross country in like 2 days.
You can't.
It'd be impossible because they own so many like warehouses and airports and stuff.
Yeah.
So like the physical goods shipping market, I think is like, okay, you have to invest like $500 billion. And then it's like, okay, now you have
an API, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. But in terms of like the digital goods sales space, the digital plus services sales space, I don't really know if they would have any advantage at all.
Wait, but also really back up. The overhead on that's really small.
The overhead on what?
Were you making your own CPA?
Yeah.
Isn't it like quite small? Apart from like, okay, you have to do like, you have to file all the shit for each state.
Yeah.
But, like, this is literally the thing AI is supposed to do for you.
Do you think that, well, actually I'm curious, what is the delta between like the most trash CPA possible and then the best one?
I think it's like like the probability that your taxes get fucked up and go from almost 0 to like most likely.
Yeah.
Which is,
I guess that's not a very good question then. It's just like the quality varies from the job is not done at all to like the job is done.
Yeah.
But like, I presume that like,
or maybe the right question is like, when someone goes and finds a CPA, what is the likelihood that the job is done well?
So I guess there's like a ton of presumptions that are baked into the world that I'm imagining that I'm not quite saying yet. I'm imagining like this idea of services doing like crown jewel protection where they're like, okay, we have like 20 million token context of why our business is actually unique and better. And they don't want to reveal that into the AI. Okay, maybe they run their own AI,
Yeah.
but they're not going to just like Mercor ass like just start selling that data to the labs, and then the AI just does that.
Well, I think they're gonna get generalized on top of.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're cooked. I don't think they can't hold out unless it's like an
Wait, why
industry
can't they
wide.
hold out? Because
Because they're gonna get generalized on top.
some legal firms today, it's like a tax and accounting company, and I talked to the founder, David, and he was like, yeah, if there existed actual deal volume to get done via API, then I would be down to like list on API.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
Well, you need to find PMF on the consumer side.
What do you mean?
In any marketplace,
Yeah.
you need to find PMF on both sides.
Yeah.
You need to have
The
like
cold
this,
start problem.
you need to have this like massive attractor
Yeah.
that everyone is just like compounding on top of.
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, all you need to do is scrape every CPA.
Yeah.
You need to, I mean, we can talk more about like the actual tech underneath this, but it's like you'll take in a message from a consumer, and then if you need to, you'll go and manually email it to the guy.
Yeah.
And then you'll literally like hand do the bullshit and then like respond to them. Right? Your MCP is gonna have some job thing where it's like, okay, job created, check back in X amount of time, yada yada yada. And then like the question gets answered plus stamp plus like some kind of.
Oh, so you're saying that like I actually just start emailing the CPA and doing the job?
Well, I feel like you could have AI automate it, but like you just need a fucking launch, bro. Like just start taking in the request from the consumer.
Yeah.
You don't need the backend to be complete.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to see if this will actually start getting traction.
That's
like
true.
Your hypothesis for consumers will want to use this badly, or do you need to go and like figure out a different way to market, or is this the wrong vertical to start with, or whatever?
That's true. I feel like worrying too much about like I need to get a bunch of vendors to agree to be on the site is like way too much overhead.
That's retarded, actually. Like every single marketplace, from DoorDash to Plaid to everything, has not asked for permission. DoorDash literally just like placed the order.
Yeah.
Called them.
Yeah.
Airbnb.
DoorDash did eventually do this like system where they like got restaurants to sign up to be on DoorDash.
Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah. But at first it was just like
Airbnb.
You were listed.
How did they get their supply? They just scraped off Craigslist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, don't ask for permission, bro.
Yeah, that actually makes way more sense than the plan that I was thinking about, because the plan that I was thinking about was to get a bunch of vendors to like create APIs for themselves to then like.
So troll. That's so troll. They're just gonna follow the demand. Either like the guy literally told you.
Yeah.
So like, give them demand.
Yeah, and so like so my marketplace is going to be a place where you type in your B2B services problem, and then I just solve that for you, and I get you the stamp that you need, and then you don't actually interface any more than that beyond putting in the API.
I want to be able to say, Claude, answer this question. Like, you know how like the fundamental thing you're doing is you're giving the AI like the capability to answer legal / like some subset, like for instance, just answer accounting questions.
Yeah.
Now Claude can answer accounting questions. That's the fundamental thing you're providing that rips.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I should be able to just say, hey Claude. There's so many times where Claude's been like, I'm not a legal assistant. You need to go ask a legal assistant for.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to use Claude for payments or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, the payment part you need to figure out a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of other models that are not like as fucked in the harness.
Yep, like Rose.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I will use this.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
No, but I could plausibly use something. I told you about how I keep using like Claude to try and fill out payment information on browser use, because inevitably you always get to a point where like it's like, okay, just dropping you off the website, now time for you to buy. And then I'm like, I tell Claude like, yo, fucking here. And then I tell my Claude like in the thing, I'm like, okay, connect to the browser to like go do that. And then I go watch it in the browser, and it always just like waits. And it like never finishes, but I'm just like, just having it simply be able to go end to end is actually a huge value add.
Massive. Massive.
So actually, yeah, I think like just getting the demand side to be able to meet the supply side without actually getting everyone on the marketplace first would be a better go to market motion than like trying to convince people to join the empty marketplace in its current state. Yes. Have you paid people with like MPP or X402 or any of the
I
mechanisms
did
yet?
set up X402, but it was kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I agree. It was
And
extremely
also,
painful.
yeah, I feel like yes, this is like one of the questions I remember now, are like, is stablecoins the right rail for agentic commerce?
Wait, and have you seen that like okay, if you use X402, you still need to pay people a fee in like Ethereum?
Oh, like a gas fee?
Yeah.
Oh,
So you're familiar with the gas fee? Because I learned what that was like a day or two ago. And I
oh,
was like, so I pay someone a stablecoin, but I can't even pay the fee in also stablecoin. I need to literally like buy
oh,
a second crypto
that's
in order to
ass.
pay the fee.
That's ass.
So not only did okay, well, right now my like Coinbase business wallet is just like my docs need to get verified. And so I don't even have that account. So then I applied for MetaMask. I got a MetaMask
Yeah,
wallet.
it's a shit show. I think on ramping
Yeah.
is pretty bad. I think if you rely on ramping, then you essentially cut out like 90% of the potential consumers that can use
Probably
your
more
thing.
than because I really want to like do agentic payments and my process took me literally more than like 10 hours to go through everything.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the right interface there is like your MCP server says like, give me a card, like literally give me like the raw card info,
Yeah.
and it's like, just trust me, bro,
Yeah.
and then it just rips it.
Yeah. It is kind of jank. And I think that like
It is kind of jank, but
I think
like
that
you're
most
just entering a credit card. You're entering a card on the surface. Like
most credit cards would start auto blocking you though. Because I know that like a lot of online website payments are just like, yo, I'm gonna like phone call you to like make sure that you actually wanted to do this purchase to make sure that your number didn't just get stolen.
who?
Like my Citibank card like calls me when I do a lot of different kinds of online
But if
purchases.
you just ask your agent to like check out and buy this, like for instance, the CPA thing, I'm like, hey, the tax something stamp, please.
Yeah.
And then your service is like, okay, $100, please.
Yeah.
And then my agent's like, can I have the card info to put into this thing? You think people are just gonna be sussed out? That's the
In
issue.
that mechanism, no.
Yeah.
I was talking about like a prepaid mechanism.
But like, how do you get onboarded for this prepaid mechanism? You have to do like KYC and KYB and all this bullshit.
Like if you okay, going back to the idea of the marketplace being a location where you can try out a lot of vendors and see if they would like accept your
I
request.
feel like that should be under the hood. You should not be like forcing the end Claude. I mean, maybe you can just to save on compute,
Yeah.
but like I shouldn't know how the fuck this works. I don't care about like can my Claude. I just care if the stamps is good, and I don't want to think about anything else.
Oh, so like maybe an even smoother mechanism would just be like I make a price estimate for your request, and then when you're making the request, I just give you a payment link.
And also this that way like you make money based on how efficiently
Yeah.
you go and do the negotiation process.
Yeah. Actually, that makes way more sense than the path that I was thinking about because I was thinking like, okay, you just preload your card onto my system to charge an arbitrary amount with the vendor later. But that actually probably
like
bad than if I calculate how much it would cost for you and then tell you.
And then like you just get charged immediately, and it's like super clear.
That's true because then I already have the funds and then I can go spend funds.
And isn't that how like actual CPA services work? Like I pay first, or is it not? Isn't it I pay first and then I get stamped later? Because if it's not, then that might be weird.
So I know legal like you have a retainer to do like a starter pack amount of services and then you like eventually get billed more later.
Yeah, but as a consumer, I hate that.
Yeah, that does kind of suck ass.
It's like I'm gonna charge you some like unknown amount to you and like take it. It just feels predatory.
Yeah, especially because like a lawyer is like you don't know, you ask them to do something but you don't know how much they worked.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is like fire them. So it's just like
After they've already like charged you up the ass.
yeah. But it's like you can tell them, hey, only spend this much time on this, but that's annoying to like, you have to add on how much time they should spend on every single time you ask them to do anything ever.
Yeah, it just feels fundamentally broken.
Yes.
It feels like the right way to exchange this is like, I need this information, plus stamp.
Yeah.
How much will it cost me? Boop.
Mhm.
And then boop.
So like you could imagine like, okay, you have a request of, okay, I want to do this taxes for my company, and then I go and find you the right CPA, and I make a cost estimate based on your initial query.
Well, I guess like
I tell you how much it would cost, and then I go find the right person.
and then what do you get out of that? I have at I don't get the service done though, right?
What do you mean?
Do I get the service actually done?
I think so.
Like Claude then goes and sends all of the underlying like company
Claude then
documents?
sends all the files to the right CPA, which then files some shit for you.
So like, are you managing that process too?
That process is just like one pass, right? Is that back and forth? I think that's just one pass.
It probably is back and forth if you don't get all the information. I guess like in a perfect world, it's boop boop.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know in practice if like the CPA is like, I need these things, and they give him those things, and then he's like, wait, well, these things are different than what I expected, and I need an extension because you didn't. It says here that you're supposed to file your extension on this thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No, actually, that's a huge issue with like B2B services, in that like people are actually, they think they're ready to start, but they're actually not ready to start, and they need hella more documents. Frick. So,
And this is also kind of assuming the agent has access to all the underlying business documents and shit.
yeah. So like then I would need to have the agent request in the beginning, like request all the docs necessary. So like
As part of your request.
yeah, exactly. So if you
multi-turn.
if I have a Claude Code and I'm like, hey, Claude Code, do my CPA for this year, then like the other side interfacing with my Claude Code is like, yo, you need to upload more documents into this folder. But like before it even goes in searches, because I can tell that not enough stuff is there.
Well, why can't it just be multi-turn?
As in like agent talks to my marketplace, which then finds the right CPA, which then relays a message back.
Yeah.
It's probably fine.
Like, isn't like the whole point of like these agents is that they can just like continuously make progress? Like, essentially, all you're doing is you're replacing like the gate when Claude is like, I'm not a legal assistant. I can't answer this for you with like, I can find a legal assistant and I can talk with them to get you like expert opinion.
Yeah.
And you're gonna always have back and forth. And so I think building for that assumption makes sense.
Makes more sense than just like my mentality was like, okay, as a company, you have like a very large spec of like what you need that has basically all the information. That's just like super long.
Yeah, but also like, I don't know. I feel like you can approximate that over time. Also, this is like a design choice for how the API works that I feel like can be changed in like one afternoon.
That's true. Because for me, I'm like, okay, I have a folder that has all my entity docs in them.
Yeah.
And there is like,
people do.
There's literally like not more information that I can provide. Basically, like I could give you my API to my email, but that basically is, I don't have more information hiding anywhere about like stuff.
Well, the main concern is like when they submit their initial request, you're not going to know what are all the supporting documents they need. So you're going to have to go first ask a CPA what supporting documents do they need.
Right.
And then you're going to have to ask for it.
Yeah.
After like an hour or two.
Yeah.
And so like you need like at least 2 turns.
But I'm just like, I already have all the Claude Code has the set of
Give me all your fucking documents, bro. That's like sus as fuck.
The thing is though, like oh, I see, because the marketplace actually needs to be not connected to you for a turn. So then you need to go interface with the CPA, which then says which docs you need, which then bounces back. And then there's another pass.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it's not going to be just like a system of, okay, the marketplace just resolves your entire problem end to end and then comes back when it's finished.
No, I think it has to like facilitate the ongoing like transaction. Like it's a transaction that takes like, you know, a prolonged amount of time.
In my mind, the marketplace also acts as this like trust layer to make sure that like an agent that's chatting you is not just trying to like prompt inject your ass, that like.
Yeah, I think there's a big, I think it needs to exist.
So it's just like a kind of like, even though it's just a one-on-one interaction, it's still like acting as a moderator to like make sure the transaction is like going
Yeah,
smooth.
that's why Airbnb exists, is because they can facilitate trust.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually the reason why I really hate Facebook Marketplace, is because like I'm going into someone else's house.
There's like no
And then
trust.
exactly. The payment mechanism is like very annoying.
Especially for B2B services, like trust needs to be, as there's a reason you ask your friends
Yeah.
for these services, and it's because you need to make sure you don't get someone that's gonna fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get fucked, it's really bad.
Yeah.
So you need to also like, your name needs to be synonymous with we will find you the best CVA for like, you know, way cheap. Like it needs to be better, faster, and cheaper.
Yeah.
Like truly. And ideally you can quantify each of these 3 levers.
Yeah.
And then be like, it's 3 times faster, 3 times better, 2 times cheaper, whatever. Times 3 independent things. It's like overall 10x better.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get to that point, I would think that would rip.
I think the individual lever that is the biggest pull is just like, you can do the finding the right person way more than 10 times faster. You know?
I don't know if it's that or if it's just like
At least their first response to you is going to be that much times faster.
Yeah. But when I think of like what you should launch as, I think it's like your Claude can now do legal.
Mm-hmm.
Your Claude can now do your accountant. Like, and just like use this MCP or whatever fuck. And now Claude can. I've just seen like so many companies blow up because they provide some new fundamental capability to AI.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to start with in my head, because that's like the clearest target of like, that's PMF for consumer.
Yeah.
And if you get that, then like, yeah, every CPA is going to want to, of course, it's just free fucking food.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to hurry the fuck up and you need to grind it out over the next 4 days and you need to launch it. And
nah, this is really good.
boop.
This is really good. This is way better than my initial marketplace plan of like, yo, I'm gonna just review existing X402 APIs that exist on the internet. Because that was my initial like GTM motion, was like, I'm like the only person who's reviewed like more like over 100 MPP and X402 payment links. And that like, okay, for an example, like Coinbase just like lists every single vendor that you can pay via X402.
Or most of those vendors are like worthless. Like, why do I care if you reviewed dog shit? It's like, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit. They're all shit.
Well, I just like really don't like that most of them are just like scams. Most of them are just like, yo, here's a service, you pay me 1 cent, and then after that cent tax, they give you like just empty JSON. I'm just like, okay, you're running like a micro scam service.
That's super funny.
It's like such a small scam that like it's not even worth like thinking about any
They probably made like $100 by now.
I'm like, bro, you guys are listed on Coinbase? That's legit. But actually though, it's, if you look at the Coinbase items, there's only a couple items that are worth more than $100. Like nobody's kind of like going this way. Yeah. Exactly. There's some jewelry that's like, the second most expensive item is like 1,000, then the most expensive is like 4,000.
I think they're trolling. They're trolling super hard, actually. I think they're just nerding out about like stablecoin infrastructure.
Yeah.
And they don't actually understand like how to make a product people want.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I think this is just like free publicity for them. I don't think they actually want to transact this agentically. They're just like, oh,
no, they definitely care, bro.
Really?
Yeah. One of the YC partners is the guy that made X402, actually.
Made what?
One of the makers of X402 was a YC partner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
X402, I thought was made by the Linux Foundation plus Coinbase plus.
Yeah, but there's like people underneath that.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
The only reason I know this is because one of my best friends like worked at Coinbase.
Okay.
He knows personally the guy that made X402.
Oh, okay.
So I'm so.
Who was it?
I don't remember his, like, my friend.
No. Who was the person who made it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
His name.
Because I want to say a ton of people are in the X402 Foundation now. Actually, if you join their Slack is like
fat.
It's like 10 people.
Oh.
And it's just like, hey guys, we're having our weekly meeting about what our plans are for X402, and there's like 2 thumbs up. It's just like there's 10 people there. I'm like, bruh, this is x402.org, which has like a lot of logos on it, and then you have a Slack, and then the Slack has nobody.
Yeah, I don't know. They need to get actual services that people want to use.
Yeah.